Alright, Jarod Cannonier and Kelvin Gastelum went at it, and the fight kind of went how a lot of people thought it would go. It's how I thought it would go. I did think there was going to be a finish, and it looked like there was about to be in either the third or the fourth round. I think it was the fourth round, where there was a flash knockdown with a lovely right hook, and just sat Gastelum down. He sprang back up, didn't he? Absolutely hit the deck and went, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, I'm fine, I'm fine. I will give credit, major credit here to Kelvin. He looked phenomenal. He didn't win the first round in my opinion. He won the second round, definitely. But in my opinion, Kelvin looked better than he's ever looked in a first round. He was bouncing, he was light, he was landing some really good straight rights and 1-2s. That jab was money all day. He looked sized as well. I know he struggled with weight loss. I know he had to hit 186 for the second attempt. He nearly missed weight. It was only by, okay, a quarter of a pound, but it's still missing weight. You know, he used to fight at welterweight. That's when he did the Ultimate Fighter at 21. I know he's a lot older now and he's a bit bulkier. He's got that build where he's so top heavy. If you look at his legs, they are skinny, and his top is just wide. It's very wide. It's like a keg, isn't he? Like a beer keg with arms. Kelvin did really well busting open that cheek. He landed some good shots. He was landing some good low kicks. He didn't seem like he was absolutely devastated by any shot. He got knocked down, sure, but he didn't look like he was out of it. But Jarod Cannonier just stayed composed. He stood his ground. He used incredible kickboxing. His low leg kick was on the point all night. It was so good. It was so good. That low leg kick just kept sweeping under Kelvin. It kept knocking his balance off. Where he just couldn't be that little bouncy from the start again. You look in the third, fourth, fifth round, he's completely static. He's just plodding along, but he's still got the hands. And that's where Kelvin's, always, that's where Kelvin's money is. You think of all the people he's actually flashed. You know, I know it's like the Tim Kennedys and the Bispings, and obviously there's topics in those where they should have even been fighting Kelvin at the time, especially Bisping, you know, coming off like 10 days notice against being choked out by GSP, going to China, and he's got one eye. All of that stuff. But he's still got a really good left. And it showed, man. He belongs there at the top. He really does. I kind of wrote him off completely going into this fight because I just thought Cannonier's way too big. He used to fight heavyweight. He's way too strong. He gave a good account of himself against Whitaker. Other than that, he's pretty much destroyed everyone since coming to middleweight. He's a real middleweight. He's a real deal as well. So Jarod said he's broke. I don't know what that actually means, whether he is legitimately broke or whether he just needs a bit more cash at the moment. You know, lack of fighting maybe. We all know what fighter pays like in UFC. Make of that what you will. But he needs the contender, which basically means if you beat this guy, you get the title shot, which I think is more than fair for Jarod after coming off not a devastating loss to Robert Whitaker, but a loss anyway. That was the #1 contender fight. Robert's looking likely he's going to fight Israel again, but I'm not sure if that's until 2022. So we've got Jarod Cannonier looking for that contender fight. Who's the contender? Is it going to be someone like a Darren Till if he beats Derek Brunson? Is it going to be Derek Brunson if he beats Darren Till? Paulo Costa was originally there, so there's a few fights to make. My money would be if when Darren Till beats up Derek Brunson, because Darren Till he's so marketable as well. He's got the mouth, but he's also got the skills, and he will be champion. He will be a champion. I know I'm biased as a Brit, but I love Darren Till, and his style is just so good. And if he can work on that, springing back up again from the ground and firing a little more often on the striking, he's so technical. He looks for the most beautiful shot he can throw, and he nearly beat Robert Whitaker, if you don't remember. You know, he's only had 2 fights in middleweight. The first one, he absolutely destroyed Kelvin Gastelum. Yes, it's a split decision, but go back and watch that fight. Kelvin doesn't lay a glove on him. 3 rounds, and he's just absolutely just tagging him. Doesn't hurt Kelvin like major, but he just outperforms him completely. And then the second fight nearly finishes Robert Whitaker, and you get that fight 3-2 in rounds. It's like, hang on a second, why are people writing off Darren Till just because they don't like him? He's up there. He's going to smoke Derek Brunson, and I think that's the #1 contender fight. Jarod Cannonier, Darren Till. I think that would be it. The Killa Gorrila versus the Gorilla. How perfect. It makes sense. The story's there. If it's not Darren, it's probably going to be Paulo Costa. Kelvin's got, again, pick of it. You can have Kelvin versus Derek Brunson after this. Who cares? You know, there's going to be plenty of fights out there. You know, even Paulo Costa versus Kelvin Gastelum, I think, would be a good one. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. Tell me how good the card was. Plenty more videos coming out. Thank you to all the new subs. Nearly at 350, I think, now at this point. Awesome. My target for the end of the year was actually 250, which is, may not sound a lot to some people, but when you start from nothing and have no, you know, I am a nobody, that's actually, I'm so happy with that. So I don't know what to set the next target at for the end of the year, but you guys rule. Thank you so much if you do watch it to the end of these videos. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.